Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I am so glad you're hanging out with us today because we are diving into something literally game-changing. We're going to do a completely practical breakdown of a fully automated, zero-cost AI animation pipeline. You know, if you've ever wanted to create animated content but felt totally stuck because you can't draw or don't want to buy crazy expensive software, we are going to bypass all of those hurdles today. We're breaking down a proven method that takes you from a blank page to a finished file without spending a single dime.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the Stickman success secret, move on to generating your scene images, automate the animation, create the voiceover, and finally, look at our finished result. Let's jump right in.
All right, Section 1, the Stickman success secret and how to achieve massive, rapid growth.
So let me ask you this. How in the world do you gain 90,000 subscribers in just 3 months? Think about the traditional effort it takes to build an audience that fast. Usually, you'd think that requires a massive production team, years of prior experience, or just a ridiculous advertising budget, right? Well, our case study channel today didn't use any of that. They found an absolute cheat code.
Get this. They hit that 90K milestone by uploading just 45 simple Stickman videos. 45. That is an unbelievable return on time invested. Basically, just a few dozen uploads over 90 days built them an audience that normally takes creators years to build, and it means they are now generating some very real revenue.
To really wrap our heads around this, think about traditional animation. It is notoriously expensive and involves painstakingly drawing frame by frame by frame. But this AI Stickman method, it totally flips the script. It relies entirely on free tools, automated static images, and literally one single master prompt. And the crazy part? If you actually watch their content, they aren't even truly animating the characters. It's just cleverly sequenced static images pulling in massive views.
And here is the absolute best part, the secret sauce, if you will. It's a 100% free tech stack. You use ChatGPT to process your prompts, Gemini to generate the images, the Grok automation extension to make it move, and Google AI Studio for the voiceover. Total cost? $0. You are literally managing an entire production workflow from start to finish with one single master prompt.
Moving right along to Section 2, generating your scene images, where we bring the concept to life.
Okay, so the workflow starts off super simple. Step 1, you literally just paste your master prompt straight into ChatGPT. Step 2, insert your specific topic, whatever you want your story to be about. And Step 3, hit generate. Boom. The AI instantly maps out your whole production script right there. It tells you exactly what text will appear, what the voiceover will say, and crucially, what the image prompt needs to be for every single scene.
From there, it's all about workflow efficiency. Just split your screen. Keep ChatGPT open on one side and open Gemini on the other. Now just copy those scene-by-scene image prompts from ChatGPT, paste them into Gemini, and watch it generate your visuals. It makes sure your Stickman stays visually consistent across every frame. You just download those static photos to your computer, and your visual foundation is completely locked in.
Next up is Section 3, automating the video animation, where we transform still pictures into a dynamic sequence.
To do this for free, you're going to need to install the Grok Automation Chrome extension. Definitely pin it to your browser. It makes things way easier. Now, Step 2 is vital. You have to actually have the Grok website open in a tab and be logged in. Otherwise, the extension can't communicate with the site. Finally, open up that extension, choose the frame to video option, and upload your Gemini photos. Just be super, super careful to upload them in the exact sequential order that matches your script.
Now this is where the real power of automation kicks in, but you've got to play by the rules. Copy the Part 2 video prompts from ChatGPT and paste them into Grok. Here's the golden formatting rule. Every 2 new lines creates a new prompt. If your video looks wonky later, you probably put a new line in the wrong place. Once that's perfectly formatted, click Run. It'll automatically start turning your images into videos one by one. But seriously, whatever you do, do not close the Grok tab while it's working, or you will interrupt the entire automation chain.
While Grok is diligently doing its heavy lifting in the background and downloading files to your computer, we're jumping right into Section 4, creating the voiceover, where we finally give our Stickman a voice.
We're going to use Google AI Studio for this, which is an amazingly powerful, totally free tool. Hop on their platform and select the single speaker option. For the AI model, you'll want to choose the Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview TTS model. Then just tab back over to your master ChatGPT doc, copy the voiceover script from Part 3, and paste it right in.
For the style instructions, command the AI to read your script with a warm and motivational tone. Click Run, and just like that, your audio is ready to download.
And just like that, we arrive at Section 5, the final video result, where we sync the audio and video together.
So, we take our audio, grab our Grok video files, drop them into any standard editor, and carefully sync them up. Let's look at the actual message we just created, using this entirely free workflow. The AI-generated script opens by asking a super relatable question right out of the gate. Ever feel too overwhelmed to even start? We've all been there, right? The work feels way too heavy before you even open your laptop, so you just choose to doom scroll on your phone instead. But the narrative beautifully points out that the problem isn't actually laziness. It's simply that the task feels way too massive.
To solve this, the script introduces this genius little psychological trick called the 5-minute rule. Here's how it works. You set a timer for literally just 5 minutes, and this is the crucial part. You promise yourself that you will stop working the second that timer goes off. You're actually giving yourself permission to quit, which completely removes all that intense pressure of having to finish everything at once.
And when you apply this rule, it's wild what happens. Because you're only committing to a tiny chunk of time, all that overwhelming pressure completely vanishes. Just making a tiny bit of progress feels really good, and that naturally builds momentum. Before you know it, those initial 5 minutes usually turn into way more time spent working. Suddenly, that huge, scary task isn't so scary anymore. It actually feels totally doable.
I really want to leave you with this final, incredibly profound thought from our very own AI-generated script. It says, motivation doesn't come before action. Just start for 5 minutes. So I gotta ask you, with a 100% free AI animation studio now sitting right there at your fingertips, what story are you going to spend your next 5 minutes starting to tell?